Salaam alaikum, Pops.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you? How are you?
Alhamdulillah, son. I'm
Looking
very
fresh as always, Daddy. Oh.
Alhamdulillah,
Hey?
son. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the podcast, Dad. Had a week off, haven't we?
Yes.
I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't really feeling very well last week. And also, I think it's better if we sometimes have little breaks here and there.
Yeah.
For Eid, for this and that. Otherwise, it gets a bit too saturated. See ya. My sister leaving for work. So, got an email here, lads. On the Heavy Hitters podcast email address, which is, Father?
I don't know.
heavyhitterzpodcast at gmail.com. It's on the screen right now.
Yeah,
if you've got a dilemma, if you've got a problem, if you've got an issue, if you've got a thought you'd like to get out there, if you've got something you want me and Dad to discuss, if you want to get some wisdom from an older guy and a younger guy, this is the place to come, guys.
Yeah.
So this is today's email, then. You ready?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, Haris and Uncle.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I have been watching your podcast since Haris initially started with Z.
Yeah.
I came across you, Haris bro, on Instagram. Only briefly though. This might be a bit long-winded, so brace yourself. I am a 36-year-old Pakistani living in Essex with family. My dad is, mashallah, a doctor. Mother has always been a housewife. Mm-hmm. Firstly, I'd like to mention everything Haris mentioned about feeling inadequate and the black sheep of the family. Mm. I felt the same growing up. My father, being the only successful one out of 9 brothers and sisters, thought his sons, me and my younger brother, would be equally as successful in typical Pakistani fashion, just so everyone would praise him and his family. I did a finance business type degree and I only went to uni because my dad wanted me to. Honestly, Haris, I relate so much to you and your younger days. I ended up getting into a basic IT support job and only worked my way up to sort of second, third line support, which is only like 2-3 levels up the long IT ladder. I could tell my dad wasn't too impressed, and to this day, I've never heard the words, "I'm proud of you, son." I wish I could hug my dad the way you do, Haris. I love seeing it. Sorry for the long intro. Basically, my issue is around marriage. I've never seen myself as attractive, never had much of any female attention. From a young age, as a matter of fact, 2 girls in primary school called me ugly to my face, and I came home and told my mum, I am ugly, and she didn't even have a response, which has stuck with me ever since. I'm generally quite insecure about my looks, and suffering with eczema and being overweight makes it worse. I have never been married. I am, alhamdulillah, a practicing Muslim. We lived in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, for 11 years. Basically, I brushed marriage off and thought it's never going to happen for me. In 2015, something came over me and I thought, let's lose weight and really give this marriage thing a shot. So I lost 9 stone, got a sensible size, and told my parents to try and speak to whichever families are out there. I also use a few Muslim marriage apps, useless by the way. After being rejected by 8 girls and families whose houses we went round to and many other rejections on the apps, I decided that's it. It is 1,000% confirmed. I will be single for the entire time I am on this earth. So from 2016, after all these rejections, I slowly regained a lot of my weight, but just focused on myself and making money. Alhamdulillah, Dad helped me and I am doing much better financially than my IT job ever paid me. Now recently, just reflecting and seeing many of my Muslim and non-Muslim friends get married, move into their first family homes, etc., got me thinking and picturing being 50 plus and single and alone. At the end of the day, we are human, we are social creatures, we crave companionship. Allah made us in pairs. I thought, who will be there when my parents pass away and support me through that emotional time? Anyhow, after thinking this on and off since pre-Ramadan 2023, in the last 8 days of Ramadan, I get a DM from a girl. Usually they are pranks and jokes I don't respond to, but this one made a gentle comment and concerted effort. So we got talking. She has had some big struggles in her life recently, namely a 13-year-old sister who committed suicide. But this girl has been looking into Islam for some time, but has not yet converted. She says she likes my personality and finds me attractive. First time I'm hearing that. I explained my situation and that we could only do things according to Islam. I would meet her family, and if she is happy, we would need to get married before any sort of relationship would commence. The kicker is this: she's only 18.
Whoa, and he's 37.
Let's see.
So huge difference.
What do I do? That would literally make her half my age, but she keeps insisting she is only into older men. Is she messing around? What do I do? How can I even present this to my family? Look forward to your response. Islam.
Wow, there's a number of things in there.
There's a number of things that I'll let you go.
Right, okay, starting from the younger age, I mean, obviously the kids are very cruel, and in school, playgrounds and stuff like that, people say to each other things and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got plenty of that stuff, bro. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously you got to brush that out of your system, and you got to, and then again, I mean, you go through ups and downs in life as well. So obviously there have been some downs in your life and stuff, and because of your qualification and jobs and stuff like that, but that doesn't matter. I mean, you go through various hurdles and stuff like that. But now, at present, if you're happy with your financial situation, your job and work, that's the best thing. I mean, obviously, you have been through the mill, and now you come out, in a much better position.
Smelling of roses.
Well, yeah, but okay, fine. If that's how you want to put it. So yeah, so that's sorted. So that's fine. So that's gone now. I mean, that's very, very good. Alhamdulillah. God give you more success, and you keep doing what you're doing good. On the other side, and now the age-wise, yes, obviously, sometime it's just very strange, isn't it, how things can happen. Yes, Allah made us in pairs. There's no doubt about that. But some can find them and some can't. I mean, I've seen people as young as 15, 16 getting married. And then I've seen people go to 30, 40 years of age and still haven't found anybody, excuse me, anybody suitable. How it works, I have no idea. Mostly in families, it works very well because there are some families, very close families. And if you have a big gathering, friends, families and stuff like that, people see each other in parties and stuff like that, and you meet people, and then mothers mainly do that, and they find people. Personally, from very young age, I had no issue finding friends, either male or female. I had a number of them. In fact, I was notorious for that back home and here. A number of friends.
Birds.
But when it came,
You mean birds?
well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call them that. I would call them male and female.
Yeah, you didn't have male friends in that sense. You had female friends in that
female
sense.
friends, affairs or whatever you want to call it. But
Whoa. Let's not go deep like that. Affairs, Dad. Chill out.
Harris, there is a difference in affairs in back home and affairs in this country. Affair back home is that if you see somebody standing in a window and you walk past there a couple of times a day and smile at them and they smile back at you.
That's an affair.
That's called an affair back home. And then obviously if you're very, very lucky and then they come down out of the window and come down to the street and shake hand with you, maybe, whoa, and once you shook hands
Take it easy, guys.
I know.
Moving too fast there.
I know. Trust me, this was my biggest thing, that when I... and then the minute you shake hand with somebody or get a little bit closer than that, that's it. That means that next day you are getting engaged and getting married and stuff.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So that happened to me back on about 3 different occasions
when
I was nearly married to that person, because obviously...
That's crazy.
So it was in Lahore, it was in Rawalpindi, and it was in Karachi as well. So there was a Pakistani song about that. ये एजाज है हुस्न आवारगी का जहाँ भी गए दास्तान छोड़ाए. I mean, I said this is the merits of the my awargi, the people who just mooch around for no reason out, youngsters, what do you call them?
Hoodlums.
Not hoodlum.
Street urchins. Cretins.
Awargi means, difficult. Right, okay. Forget about the people who understand, they will understand what I just said. But the thing is, when I came here and I went to university and obviously met a couple of people and went out with them, spent evenings and stuff like that, even spent one, I'd never spent a night out because obviously my brother wouldn't allow me to do that. But late evening, sometime I came home at 2:00 in the morning. When I came home one day at 2:00 in the morning, the things had gone a little bit further. I came home and I thought, oh my God, now I'll have to I'll have to marry this person. But there was nothing like that. There was no demand like that. Nobody asked me to. So I was very shocked that the cultural difference between back home and here. So yeah, I mean, obviously, but what I'm trying to say is that on one hand, it was no difficulty for me to go out and find somebody and make friends with them. But on the other hand, my father came here once and he wanted me to get married. And he told my brother to find a spouse for me. And my brother then decided to, and we went to 5 different places to see the girls. 2 of them rejected me, obviously, for some reason or another, and 3 of them I rejected. I won't go into detail because obviously it's not very good to talk about. But the thing is, one of them was very, very good. And I could have gone with that in London. She had just qualified as an accountant. She was learning to fly the helicopter or plane or whatever. The father was a very big businessman and all that. My mother was leaving from Heathrow in those days. They used to go from Heathrow. So we would we combined, take him to Heathrow so they can fly back to Pakistan and also visit that family. So their family was in a very posh area and went down very nice house and everything. So my father introduced me to her father and the family and everything. In the evening, it was decided that I will stay the night in the house.
No way.
And come back in the morning. And after dropping my parents, I'll go back to that house rather than driving back because my parents' price was late.
Was it late night? Okay.
So instead of driving back, I would stay the night in the house. And so after dropping my parents, I came back and I was sat in my living room. My other father came in, Salaam, Salaam, sat down with me very nicely. And then
her dad.
Her dad.
Yeah.
And then they started setting the table up. So the way they set it up was that, unfortunately, it happened is that the TV was there. This was dining table. Her father sat there, and I sat here. And before the father came in, I was watching a tennis match.
Okay.
And Boris Becker,
a
tennis player, the first time ever, I saw him and he progressed to final. And the final was going on. It must have been a repeat or whatever, or I don't know, it was live, I can't remember exactly. But it was late, about 9, 10 o'clock at night or something. And we were started talking. It was going very well, and I was eating, but I was keep going like that. And he sarcastically, I was very young at that time and all that, but he sarcastically said to me, if you like it that much, why do you go sit over there? I said, thank you very much. And I took my plate and went down under the sofa and started eating my dinner, left him on his own. Obviously, he didn't like it. And that was the end of the story.
That was it, yeah?
That was it. I mean, I came back and I would ask my brother to ring and find out what the opinion is. My brother said, you did all this silly thing over there. I'm not ringing him. So I then personally phoned because I liked the girl. I saw the look of the girl and the family and everything. And I phoned him and he just went really mad on the phone. He said, tell somebody else to ring me. Don't ring me ever again and all that carry on and stuff.
Really?
Not only that, Haris, these silly things that I think of it. They gave me a beautiful room, Haris. It was like in a quite new house. And they gave me a room and I used to smoke in those days.
Yeah.
So I laid there and in that room until I went to sleep. I smoked about 3 or 4 cigarettes. And there was no ashtray in the room or whatever. So I kind of emptied my cigarette packet and I just put the ash and empties, and I just left all the rubbish in the room as well when I left there.
You blew it, Dad.
I know. So this is very
You
strange.
can take the boy out of the village, carry the village out the boy.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite sophisticated as a young person, but I don't know what happened there. It just
Everything
silly.
that was the reason that I wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
so it's all right.
I was very, very interested in that match because I've been following him from the first match, and I saw his progress. He progressed.
Why don't you just tell him? Why you say to him, what's a bit of communication? Oh, it's a really good match, and get him involved.
Harry's a bit silly, innit? I don't know how the things just happen quickly and stuff like that. And then he walked out of the room. I don't think he finished his dinner or whatever.
It was that mad.
Yeah. Obviously, you would be, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't be mad. You go watch it. I give a shit, man. Get lost.
No. Harry's an Asian father. I mean, looking for a suitor for her daughter.
What was his job? What did he do for a job?
He had a couple of stores in London, different type of things selling and stuff like that. And he was accountant, and his daughter was qualified as accountant.
Was she attractive?
Yeah, she was quite attractive girl. Yeah.
What was her name? You know her name, first name?
No. It's 30. Harris, 40 years ago.
It's going to be more than that. I'm almost 40.
Yeah, so 45 years ago then. I mean, a long time ago. I can't remember the name. I know the area and everything. Kensington or something it's called.
Nice.
But Harris...
Kensington?
Yeah.
Kensington, is it?
Yeah, and that's the story. So yes, I mean, it's very... what I'm trying to say is very strange that when you're trying to look for a spouse through your parents and stuff, sometimes it doesn't work out.
The reason why you had a good chance there is because your dad was quite a respected businessman.
Yeah.
And he pulled a couple of strings and you blew it, Dad. Your dad must have been fuming with you when you found out.
Yeah, I mean,
he set it all up.
Yeah,
he set it all up and you just blew it.
He thought it's all done and dusted. If he had to...
So what was his reaction? To be honest, what was his reaction when he found out you blew it?
When I was in Pakistan very young, my father gave me the beats, whatever they can. But when I came over here, I was obviously a kind of grown-up person and stuff like that. After that...
Yeah, but he still bollocked you. You bollocked me, I'm 33.
No. I always just ring him and tell him. I told him about your mother, and there was no... Yeah, okay, good luck, son. That's it.
Is it like he didn't give a shit, or is it like he's happy for you?
He was disappointed, because if he didn't have to fly Harris, it was getting to the point that they would have put the finger on her finger and a ring on her finger and ring in my... He would have made that happen that night.
Really?
Engagement with that girl, yes.
So I bet he wished that that's what at that moment he didn't fly.
He wished that he had to cancel his flight and go. Yeah, I mean, he was disappointed. Obviously, he was disappointed, but he didn't say anything much to me. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes when you're looking, like I'm looking for my daughter now, and she's 29 years of age, and it's not happening for you. I didn't have to look for anything, and you guys.
I was out there, brother. I was out and about.
So it is very strange. I mean, I've seen people. I mean, I know a friend of mine, Asian girl who used to work with me in the city council. She said to me about her daughter. She used to talk to me all the time. I can't. And one day I met her. She said, "Oh yeah, we had exchange with the family, and about 3 weeks later, the daughter's engaged and all." For 5 years, she was absolutely devastated that nothing is happening. And then when it happened within 3 weeks. And the daughter's now, I'm sure she's married now because I left council. And she left council as well. So I don't know much detail now. But things can happen. This situation, I don't want to say anything either to discourage him or even to encourage him in this situation, to be honest with you. Because this is not the age gap. In my opinion, is quite huge.
Is it too much?
Yeah, I think so. But on the other hand, sometimes it doesn't make any difference. But the problem is, I cannot say whether she's genuine or not sitting here. I don't know the girl.
Is your colour here? Sorry, I thought your colour was out. Don't you just look back and be upset with me. I'm not sorting you out. You look fresh.
No, sorry.
Go on, sorry.
So you need to be very careful. First of all, if he's saying 18, are you sure she's 18?
I don't know the kind
if she's underage, then obviously you can get into trouble.
Yeah.
So you have to be very, very careful about that.
You got to be careful of 2 words as well.
Yeah.
Just turned. If you just turned 18, that's still a bit too fresh.
So the other thing is that obviously he can drag it a little bit.
Spend a couple of years chilling.
6 months, 6 months and stuff like that.
Not 6 months, a bit longer than 6 months. A couple of years.
So, and then
Courting it's called. I did 4 years of courting before I married her anyway.
And then you make sure that it hasn't fizzled out in 6 months.
Exactly,
or a
give
year
it a
time.
test of time.
Yeah.
No rush.
The other thing is getting your families, excuse me, getting families involved. I mean, if you don't want to introduce her to your family first, let her introduce you to her family.
Yeah.
See what their opinion.
Plus they're English, so easier.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what that. And also, the second thing is that she has to become a Muslim.
Yeah.
And to be committed with that. Is she committed or not? Because I know in one situation, a girl was married to a friend of mine, became a Muslim about 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
He didn't know he would be work. And when he found out from his friends and stuff that she would be, in his absence, he's visiting church. She's going back to church and stuff.
Wow.
So obviously that marriage ended in divorce. So the commitment is very, very important and stuff like that. So, but everything else is sorted in his life. I don't think, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the person. I mean, obviously one person, ugly for one person, the other person is completely different. I mean, the way you look at somebody, the way you present yourself and stuff like that. I mean, this is just calling somebody, I mean, always, you know that Haris that told you don't call anybody ugly. Don't
call people anything.
Go Allah Almighty, mate.
No, I'm actually, you might see someone who's like blatantly like,
Yeah, but still you don't.
And if you're like, you can have a bit of that goofy bastard or that ugly bastard or or like if someone goes, you go, how old are you? Oh, yeah, I'm 20, and he looks about 50. You one shot out bloody 22. You can make me. I've done jokes before, but I've never honestly ever hurt anybody's feelings or judged anyone. I'm not that kind of person.
Because the thing is, it is not their doing. I mean, if somebody's done something like then you can complain about that.
Like
but
me. I know what you're getting at. If someone's eaten themselves into a coma, then you can definitely speak to them about that. Then I do.
But if Allah Almighty made you the way He made you, Allah knows best, right? Okay, so He made you. If He give you white color, if He give you brown color, if He give you black color, you cannot complain about that. You cannot comment on that because I didn't choose to be 5'8" or 7. I would love to be 6 foot, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cannot say up somebody if he's small, short, you can't call him that. If he's tall, because Allah Almighty made them.
Yeah.
Yes, coming back to that, it is because if you do put on weight by eating,
it's free for all, isn't it?
No, not free for all still, but that means you have contributed.
I've done the damage.
Because, son, there are people who have an issue with metabolism and they have other issues as well.
Brother,
and the genes.
Brother, it's my thyroids. It's my thyroid. I got the big bones. I like giving me big bones.
Big bones. Hereditary as well. If the parents are like that, then it can affect people. Like boldness is come from the father, and so you can't do. But certain things you can. But still, you don't go overboard. I mean, you can mention it. As a father, I can do it.
You rinse me, Dad. That's it. That's your job, innit?
As somebody else, I mean, recently an experience, the person came in, he worse and bad.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't stand for about 15 minutes. He had to bend because his absolutely back is gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We took him to White Rose.
Yeah.
And it was very, very difficult for him.
To walk around?
Yeah, walk a little bit and then he bends like that so the blood can come back in.
Oh,
so he got sciatica, he's got back. You started having that, you remember?
I did start having that, yeah.
So that's why I told you that this is really, really stupid because if you don't lose weight...
guess what, it's like butter.
Inshallah. And he used to sit, every time.
I used to do? I used to be a leaner.
Yeah.
Everyone would always see me leaning on something. They're like, why are you leaning, bro, all the time? I have to lean to take the pressure off my bloody lower back.
But he had to, I came home from somewhere and he was outside. He smokes as well.
Okay.
So he was outside smoking and he's in ruku. So I said, why is he reading namaz out here in the main road with no musalla? Then somebody told me, oh no, it's because he's back and he has to go like that. So that's bad. That person has done to himself.
Yeah, I did say, but Dad, my worst time for me is when I was just at the end of my Dubai, living in Dubai.
Yeah.
Holly and the kids were back in the UK, and I was getting rid of everything and about to move back. And I went for a walk in Dubai Mall, and I couldn't walk about 5 minutes without having to stop and lean on like the middle of the the mall where the
Astaghfirullah. Can you imagine life like that?
every 5 minutes I had to lean. And now it's gone, thank God.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. And it'll go if you keep.
But it's gone now. But if I put on a couple of stone more,
it'll
start coming back again. Yeah.
So
Because the body can only take so much weight.
Yeah.
I've maxed out, Dad.
Yeah.
It's like your credit card, for example.
I told you.
Credit card.
And that was a stupid comment came from somebody very close to you. Said, "Oh, I said to you one day, Haris, is you 2XL."
Don't say something silly.
No, I said you 2XL, and that person said, "Oh, you can get 5XL, 6." That's not how you bloody live your life, man.
I know that, but you can
But
also
you can get a bigger clothes.
I can also buy Shiva Kameez and not put string in. If I want to go that big, you know what I mean?
No, forget about the shalwar. You can have my toti anytime you want. Just wrap around your bloody bed sheet around you and get it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say to this person. I mean, this person hasn't got it bad at all. I mean, he's got it very good. His relationship with the father seems fine because obviously his father's helped him or whatever his business is into.
The comment about from his mum,
Yeah.
I think he took that a bit too to heart because the mother, it's impossible for a mother to think
No,
her
Harry,
son's
sometimes
ugly.
it is very difficult to answer to something. Somebody came in and so I say, "You're ugly," but some people will be very, very good to just straight away answer.
Some people are not.
Yeah, I mean, so many times.
But his mum, it's impossible for a mother to think a kid's ugly, or even if she thinks even if she knows, all right, he's not best looking.
Yeah.
The love, is unconditional love.
No, but
so
I mean,
so definitely that's
sometimes
wrong
the
to take
parents
it.
is stunned
Yeah.
by the thing and they don't know how to react.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that the mother agreed with that person.
Yeah.
Don't take it like that. That's absolutely stupid to think.
When I was in high school, I had every girl that ever paid attention to me, looked at me, smiled at me. I had a crush on them straight away because I was sorry,
Because you're my son.
wrong. Yeah. But I was wrong. I was like starving for attention from girls all through high school.
I never starved for attention.
I never had it. I never had any attention from girls, right?
Wow.
So especially when I started hitting puberty.
Yeah.
Remember we used to go to that place in Castleford, the outside shopping area.
Yeah.
And
Outlet.
at that age, I was like 14 or something, 13,
Yeah.
14,
No.
hitting puberty and all that, figuring out what kind of girls I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
And we go there, and there was the hottest girls in the flipping planet in this outside.
Yeah, because hot weather and they're hardly,
And I'm there. I'm like, I'm going shopping with you. You guys are looking around shopping. I'm just, every 2 seconds I'm getting a flipping heart attack looking at these girls. I'm like, what's going on? And then like, obviously, I'd try and then after a certain time try and start moving towards these girls, and they all just, one girl said I look like a beached whale. Yeah. One girl said lose some weight and then you might have a chance. One girl said you're quite good looking for a fat shit. Whereas another girl said that.
Yeah.
And then obviously after high school, then in college is different. I started to get, I lost a little bit of weight, or let's say I grew out of the puppy fat, is it called? I grew out of that stage. Still a fat bastard, but a bit more.
Harris, fat is fine. The other word is offensive.
Okay.
So cut it out or slap you.
So in college, I got a bit closer with girls and I started going on dates. But then, like, the dates would go very badly, lad. One time I went took a girl to the cinema. The film was in the middle of watching a film, and she goes, "Oh, my mum's called me home for dinner." She got up and walked out, left me in the cinema on my own. Couldn't believe it. Her mum didn't even call her. The phone didn't ring. She just got enough. She had enough. I'm sitting with this fat shit. I was had enough of it. I'm gonna go. My mum called me. She goes, "My mum's calling me home for dinner. I gotta go." I was like, "What?" I'm there, sat there chilling, thinking, we're enjoying the film. She got up
You
and
should have
walked out.
said, "Excuse me, can you leave me the money for the ticket, please?" Yeah, you should ask for the money back, man.
Yeah. And then
Anyway, so
loads of this stuff happened. But then it's funny because in my situation, then I after a certain time I met my ex-girlfriend, who then showed me so much attention.
Yeah.
All the tables started turning. Then I started becoming like a flipping gangster with the girls. And then because the confidence, as soon as someone gives you the confidence, they have the power in their hands. If someone's kind enough to give you the confidence, then once you've got that confidence, you can go all the way.
Yeah.
It's before that initial bit of confidence. All my life I never had it. And then this one girl, my ex-girlfriend, she gave me all this confidence. She made me feel like $1 million, right? She was like, I'm the best looking guy in the world, even though I wasn't, obviously. And then when I left her, right, and then she cheated on me, long story short. But that still didn't leave my confidence. Then from there, my confidence went up. And then I met my wife, who I'm with now. And by that point I met my wife, I had too much bloody confidence. And then now I'm happily married and all that. But
Alhamdulillah.
But like I don't know. In his circumstances, I wouldn't be able to go with a girl that young. He's older than me. Isn't he? How old is he?
40 odd, he said.
He's not 40 odd.
47, he said.
No, not 47. There's no way he's 47.
Where is the phone?
What's double 18? He's 36, isn't he?
37 then.
He's even older than me.
Where's your phone?
It's in my pocket.
So get the age. It's written in there.
He doesn't say his age, Dad.
You said you did. Read it out to me.
I can't see it.
Harris, you read it out to me.
Let's take this bit of information. She's half his age, so she's 18, so he's 36. Let's take it in black and white, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm 33.
Yeah.
If I imagine, can you imagine me with an 18-year-old girl? It doesn't sit right with me.
No.
Right? But I'm not in his shoes. I'm married with kids, so it's different. Innit? But if I was single, Pringle, and 18-year-old girl, still feels pretty young.
Yeah.
Still feels wrong.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Harris,
But each to their own. It's not illegal. Let's put it that way. It's not illegal.
There are some of these bloody singers and stuff, what you call them.
Yeah. They always go with younger girls.
The 70-year-old, they're going for 28-year-old.
Hugh Hefner, he's 80-year-old and he's got a bunch of bunnies running
He's
around.
dead now. Forget about it.
Is he dead now? Yeah. He had a good life, didn't he?
I'm talking about these old biddies here.
Who?
Now that one I would call ugly, but astaghfirullah.
Who?
You know that.
You're funny, Pops.
Honestly, I mean that.
Simon Cowell's with a young girl. George Clooney's with a young girl.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about these pop stars.
Who, man?
This very old guy.
Elton John. He's gay, isn't he?
No, Elton John. He married as well, but he was married to a beautiful girl at one point. What's his name?
Imran Khan.
No. Oh my God. Not but.
Who?
I can't remember his name.
Dad, spit it out, man. Give me a description. What does it look like? I'll guess it. Let's play charades.
Dances like a monkey, with a guitar.
Baz from...
No.
Dances with a guitar like a monkey.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them are, Harris. There's not just one. One of them is...
McCarthy.
One of them is married to
McCartney.
three different...
McCartney.
No.
McCarthy.
Paul McCartney is married 3 times as well. One of them is married 3 times and all the girls look like the next one.
Charlie Sheen.
Harris, Charlie Sheen is an actor. What the freak are you on about? I'm talking about British singers, Harris, man. Rod Stewart is one of them.
Yeah, Rod Stewart, bloody hell.
Yeah, and the other one is the one I'm called ugly. I shouldn't have done stuff for Allah, but his name is just eluding me at the moment.
What does it look like?
He's the same age as Rod Stewart, Harris. And he talks very funny in his nose.
What's one of his songs?
I don't know.
This is going to kill me now. I need to know, Dad.
I know he was in a group. Get the 70s pop.
I'm not going to go through 70s pop bands.
No, just put the bloody in Google 70s pop bands.
Jesus Christ, Dad.
I told you one name, Rod Stewart, and I can't remember the other one. 70s, 70.
I know, Dad.
17.
Not 17.
Yeah.
70s British pop
Singers.
singer.
Yeah.
David Bowie. He's dead.
Yeah.
John Lennon is dead.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney, Elton John, Kate Bush, obviously not her. Freddie Mercury dead. Rod Stewart, Peter Gabriel, Peter Frampton, Jarvis Cocker, Billy Bragg, Robert Smith.
What the frig is that? Where is he gone?
I'm trying. Cliff Richard?
Nope.
He's gay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton?
Nope.
There's nobody only that could...
Keep going.
Barry Manilow?
No.
No, there's nothing else on here.
How is the 60s then?
What is this podcast turned into now, Dad?
I need to know that guy's name because he's
This
doing
is going to be a really good podcast. This. People are really going to enjoy tuning into this. This is the most unprofessional podcast I've seen. Billy Fury,
No.
George Martin,
Nope.
Vince Taylor,
No.
George Harrison.
No, George Harrison is a decent looking man.
I don't know, Dad. Give me some hints. You must know what you're talking about. How can you completely go out your head?
It's gone absolutely blank. My head is gone. I can see his picture.
Okay, what's he look like? What's he look like?
I just told you he looks like...
Okay, what's one of his lyrics? You must know one of his lyrics straight away. If you're thinking of his face, you must know his lyric. What's one of his lyrics?
The only thing I know is that somebody copied him, mimicked him,
Yeah.
and they're talking not like that, talks like that. This is how you talk and sing like that. And you got big lips and...
Mick Jagger.
That's the one.
Mick Bastard Jagger. All I say was lips. I say just lips. Dad. I was telling you to describe Mick Jagger. Yeah.
There you go. So see, told you. So these type of people are marrying very, very, and there are so many.
Yeah,
others
this guy is IT specialist, whatever. He's not a freaking pop star. He's just different.
I know, but
if he does it, it won't look like he's a cool old guy with a young girl.
There is nothing wrong if it works out together and if it's genuine and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong.
The thing is, it's not legal. It just might be frowned upon a bit. But he's not like a 60-year-old man who's going with an 18-year-old girl. He's only 37 or 36.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, each should have your own. And the guys that don't look so far in life with the girls. So, just go for it, man. Even if it flops, I'd say go for it. But I'd say, before you introduce your frigging family, yeah? And before you go to see her Belie family, spend at least a year, 2 years, because, white girls, I'm not going to lie to you.
I would see the proof of age first of all. Somehow.
Get her ID next time you go, bro. Next time you go to cinema, make her pay for it and make it. Take it to a club, get ID'd.
Yeah, I need to get age proof first of all.
Yeah.
And then take things a little bit further.
Make sure she's not messing you about. Make sure she's really interested in you.
Yeah.
Also, she's very young, so 18-year-old, she could kick you to the curb after a couple of months.
I don't know what kind of car he drives or whatever. She might be
after his money
influenced by the
Because 18-year-old girls, you got to think to yourself, why does she like older guys? She likes older guys because they've got more money, they've got a car. Sugar daddy.
Yep.
Guys at her age, they're covered in spots, they've got no money, they smell like crap, they're greasy bastards. You know what I mean? She's looking for older men because they.
You have to go that far suddenly for no reason.
That's why these younger girls, these bastards, they go for these crazy. They go for my ex-girlfriend, but the one I told you about who gave me confidence. Before I got with her, I was about 17 or 16 or something. Her ex-boyfriend before me, he was 23, 24 years old. He had a car, he had money, all this stuff. That's why she was like an advanced girl. So when I met her, she took me for a freaking ride, and she absolutely showed me the ropes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yes. Okay.
So
we won't go any further. We'll leave it there.
I'm just telling you that.
So okay. So that's we addressed all that. Carry on. So which is good. Let's hope.
But the guy seems a very negative person, right?
Harris, in life, I mean,
but let me tell you. Go on.
There's a bit of positivity has come because of this girl.
Forget the girl.
No, but
the geezer lost weight.
But
he lost weight, and his dad's helped him get back on his feet from the IT bullshit. He's doing some good stuff now.
At the start, that he's going towards the right direction. I mean, the direction is right.
Yeah.
So fine.
And if your dad's Pakistani,
onwards and upwards.
If your dad's Pakistani, the fact that he's never said he's proud of you doesn't mean he's not proud of you, because you've only said it about 3 times in your whole life, and you've been proud of me more than that. You said.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. But
6 now.
See, look, it hurts. Look how much it hurts him to say it, guys. So anybody with a Pakistani dad or anybody with a foreign dad, Iranian or Arab, whatever, these men, for some reason, they brought up, and it's in the culture for them not to show you weakness. And weakness is, I love you, I'm proud of you.
Who don't bloody say that I'm proud of you.
Well, I don't know. I'm a different kind of breed. I'm a different breed. Because I tell my kids already now, they take a shit in the toilet, I say, I'm proud of you, man. That's a nice looking shit, man.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Anything. I tell my kids, I absolutely fill them up with love and affection and confidence. You got that?
Good.
You know what I mean? And the reason I told you guys over and over again, because I get messages all the time, how jealous people are that me and you've got a relationship like this. It wasn't always like this, man. I kicked the flipping doors down to get my dad like this to me. My dad used to always beat the crap out of me when I was a kid. He used to be nasty to me. He used to intimidate all my friends. He used to give me rules and beat the crap out of me with the ruler and sticks and stuff when I got got a bad report from school. We weren't always cool like this, Dad.
No.
You got to tell him the truth, man.
Got a bit of a problem with my knee, but
what's up with it?
I don't know. I sat a bit awkward, so just suddenly. Anyway, so okay. So it's about time we get to wrap up in the next 5 minutes. So any final words from you? Because you were going to say about positivity or something. You were going to give a lecture on that.
Yeah, because I thought this the other day. It's easy. It's easy to get lost in the dark when there's no light.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you don't see light, when you're in a dark place, you don't see the light.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost.
Yes.
It's important not to get lost, and it's important to just. And someone else told me another analogy the other day as well. He said, "What does the Bedouin do? He's in the desert and there's a sandstorm.
Yeah.
What can he do? He knows he hasn't got the power to control the storm.
Yeah.
He has to keep his head down.
Yeah.
And he has to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Same as life.
Yeah.
We have no control of what happens to us in life.
No.
The only thing we have control over is our the way that we deal with the storm.
How many times I've told you that before?
I'm not telling you. I'm telling him.
No,
I'm telling people watching.
but
I know you've got more wisdom than me, Dad.
In the same thing, I told you millions of times that you can only worry about the things you can change. You don't worry about the things you can't. You just do not worry about them.
Dad, I understand, but it's easy to say that.
It
right?
is.
It's easier.
Harry,
Easier said
listen.
than done. Because when you're in the middle of the storm,
Yeah.
you're worried about the goddamn storm, right? You're worried that you're in the dark, pitch black.
Let me give you an example.
It's easy to say, "Oh, don't worry about it."
I've been trying to go to Hajj for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
First time I paid the money and everything.
yeah,
COVID came.
yeah.
Couldn't go.
Did you get the money back?
They took some money out of it, but yeah,
What the-
most of it.
So you lost money trying to do a religious thing. You lost money on it.
Harris, these travel agents, we have this expense, we have that expense, and we called you about it and all that carry on.
How much you lose?
Anyway,
Be honest. How much you
about
lose?
£300.
So you lost £300 Dad, for
Yeah.
nothing.
Listen to me now. 2 years, couldn't do anything.
You better not go to the same
This year-
company. Did you get the same company that binned you off?
I'll finish when you finish.
Go on. I'm just thinking.
No, you carry on first.
All right, answer me this. Did you go to the same company?
No, they
Good.
changed, the Saudi Arabia has changed everything now.
Okay.
You cannot go through a travel agent, you got to do everything online.
All right. Okay.
So, I've been preparing for myself for a year. I registered myself 6 months ago. It waited and then it highlighted that send us the picture, send us the passport, a photograph of your passport, send us this detail, that detail and everything. I did all that, filled the form and everything. And it clicked, yes, fine, everything is fine. Third step was that they're going to open a package to everybody.
Package.
Announce
Okay,
the packages,
yeah.
various packages, because there are packages.
But be careful talking about Saudi Arabia and opening packages, Dad. Don't you?
From the packages that where you can go for 15 days. Right, okay, you laugh at your
No,
joke.
Dad.
You don't know.
Also, guys, do you not realize how stingy my dad is? He didn't want to go get a flipping passport photo taken at a proper place. He took a picture of himself against a white wall here in the house
Stingy.
and sent it to me. He goes, "Son, edit this, make it look like a passport
Because the
photo."
online thing, you can do it now. You don't have to go there. You have to go to a place when you
Yeah,
have
but
to
you
send
sent
a
me this picture with your eyes half closed, you're looking and smiling, you got sunglasses on, a cigarette in your mouth. I'm like, Dad,
You can do that. They tell
send me
you
a
what
proper
to do.
photo, Dad. I got to edit it, make it look like a proper passport photo. Anyway, go on. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, there's no point now.
No, please. No,
leave
honestly,
it.
I'm so...
No.
Please, go on.
You carry on.
No.
Anything else you want to talk about me? The cigarette and the smoke and the stingy and all that. Get it all out, mate. Get it all out today. You sure? Okay. So now, on Friday, they open the packages. So there are for 15 days or 20 days or 30 days, how much you want to spend, which hotel you want to stay in, different options and stuff like that. So Friday, as you know, there were family here from all over the place. So I was busy with them Friday, Saturday. I couldn't do anything. Sunday they went and took them to airport and came back. Monday morning, I opened my computer and every single package is sold out. Right, okay. So I'm ringing down people and stuff like that. What shall I do? And all that carry on. Then somebody said to me that not everybody will be successful making the payments. So some of these packages will come back on again online. I said, okay. In the meantime, I spoke to my back home in Pakistan and they said to me, why don't you come to Pakistan? Because it's a lot easier and there's a lot more availability of packages. And you go from, I said, oh, that's brilliant. I can fly from here. Can spend a couple of days in Pakistan because I haven't been for a few years now. When I found out the packages are very good, everything is absolutely very brilliant, but for that I need a Pakistani passport. I didn't renew my Pakistani passport about 30 years ago, last time when I did that.
So,
Now,
how fast can you get a Pakistani passport if you land there? It's like Liverpool.
If I go to Bradford and apply online and I'll carry on, you can't have a passport until you go to Pakistan. Now, Pakistan I phoned and I said, can I send you all the documents and get, they said, no, you have to be physically here. And you can get your passport within 3 days.
That's good.
I know. But the problem is that I have to go now
Yeah.
to get the passport done and then come back. And then on the 15th of June, I got to fly back to Pakistan again to travel to Mecca. Or I can go now and live in Pakistan for next 2 months, 3 months.
Do that then.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know? Yeah. Chill out. You look like a king over there, Dad.
No, but the thing is, we can't.
Although, don't go to Pakistan right now because she's hitting the fan over there, I heard.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Okay, so now I went this morning again, and there are a couple of packages come back on again because somebody told me that there are some people who cannot make the payment on time and stuff like that. But the packages will come back. First of all, they are very, very expensive. £10,000 is the cheapest one I found. Last year, or a couple of years ago, when I it was going to be £6,000, £7,000. So I thought it might be 8,000 now, but it's not. There are some 8,000 on, but they're all been sold out. So £10,000, Harris. But then again, the hotels are miles away.
Yeah.
From the place.
If you're gonna do it, Dad.
Yeah.
I'll say go out and do it properly. If you're gonna do it,
I have now decided.
Do it where your hotel can see from the hotel room. You can see the thing.
I'm going to decide that I'm going to do it next year.
Okay.
I'm going to get my Pakistani passport sorted in the next couple of months. Then I'm going to book it from Pakistan.
Okay.
Because there are A class, B class, and C class.
Okay.
C class means you are miles away from the.
To A class, Dad.
B class is a little bit nearer. A class is.
You're gonna be on top of it.
On the surroundings of the Mecca.
Yeah. That's
the tower.
I've seen the hotel. From the bedroom, you can look down and see.
Absolutely. Now I got to finish it here, Hajj, because otherwise we're going to be late from mosque.
Well, to the guy who emailed, hopefully, wish you the best. I hope you make the right decisions and all that.
Absolutely.
And thanks for the question. Thanks, Dad, for the answer.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Any questions, comments below or anonymously on the email, which is on screen right now, heavyhitterzpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram, FNDTV. Follow me on TikTok now, Harris Effendi. It's down below. I'm selling DXB perfume on there now soon. And I go live a lot as well. And come and see me on there as well, guys. All right? Safe. Dad?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too, son. Okay. I'm going to rush up and do the wuzu.
Okay.
Have we got your wuzu yet?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.